The AMC 5-minute chart just signaled a long buy signal. Coinbase, the 1-hour chart, the squeeze just fired long. Buy signal on the 1-minute chart for Coinbase. AMC fired to the long side on the 5-minute chart. It's fired long now on 2 bars. We should have about 4+ bars to go. in the squeeze. Boeing, the long-term chart on the daily chart, looks pretty bearish. It has broken through the fire line of 227, which is major support. It's also broken through the third ATR, and now it's heading to the next tree line, which is 198 on Boeing. Very bearish on the daily chart. BNTX. This has a new daily squeeze, and it looks like it's going to fire to the long side. The stacked EMAs are in the correct spot, so when that shaded area turns green and the 8 starts to cross over the 21, that's very bullish. However, it is bumping up against that third ATR, which is the light blue line. So it has sold off when it's hit that in the past. So if this thing can bump up against a new high and get above 253 and the squeeze continues to fire long, I think it's a good trade. But proceed with caution. But I do like how the 8 EMA is just crossing over the 21, and that's very bullish. So if you want to take a chance on this one, you can just use a tight stop, but it's looking good for a long. AMC just put in a new high, daily high at 39.98. As you can see from this chart, the squeeze has fired long. We're into 4 bars, and the squeeze will usually go between 6 and 10 bars. So I think this still has some room to run. And you can see the EMAs are stacked correctly, and you can tell that's true by the green shaded area. So the 8 is above the 21. And it is trying to get up to that third ATR, which is probably right here, maybe about 40.25. You might see a pullback from there. But just watch my chart. Once you see a white arrow, that will give the indication that it may sell off a little bit. But overall, it looks good on the 2-minute chart. If I pull up the daily chart, not so good. The EMAs are not stacked correctly, and that's how you see that red shaded area. The 21 is above the 8, so that's the wrong pattern that you want to see. So it's bearish for long term, but short term on the 2-minute chart today, it's looking really good. So we'll probably get some momentum into the bell. AMC long now, and now it's just starting to take off right now. 40.49 is a new high, 40.5. So we got some squeezing going on. Keep in mind that the margin calls are due by 2:30. So if people need to cover their shorts, they have to do it before 2:30. So you might see a push into that. If anybody's looking at Coinbase, similar situation. The daily chart does not look good. The 8 EMA just went below the 21 EMA, and the shaded area is red. That's a bearish sign. If you look down below where these bars are, the squeeze just fired to the short side. Well, it didn't fire, but there is a squeeze, and the red is indicating that's bearish. We have a low compression squeeze to the downside, and once that dot turns green, that'll be that means the squeeze is fired long, and it looks like it's going to fire short. So long-term Coinbase on the daily chart does not look very good, but you know, this is a volatile stock and it can turn around on a dime. But if you look at today's chart, 15-minute looks great. It looks like some of the squeeze is starting to fade a little bit, indicated by the dark blue bars. It's still in a squeeze, but it just means that it's losing a little bit of momentum by the dark blue bars. And you can see it hit the third ATR up there, which, you know, that's made a pretty good move. So you're typically going to see a pullback from there. But I do like that the EMAs are stacked correctly, and you can see that indicated by the green shaded area, so that's still very positive. Shorter term, if we go down the 2-minute, it's starting to, if you look down at this box down below, you'll see that the red bar has a green dot. That means that the squeeze is firing short. So short term, on the 2-minute chart, this is not looking very bullish. So, but that's a little bit more volatile. If we look at the 5-minute, again, losing a little bit of steam with the dark blue bars. But it's still in a squeeze, still in a positive squeeze. But it just means that the momentum is fading a little bit. The stacked EMAs are still stacked correctly. Green shaded area is positive. However, it did hit that high and the third ATR and gave us a down arrow, which is indicating there might be a little bit of sell. So we'll wait for an up arrow on the Coinbase to start scalping a little bit more on the long side. AMC is still rocking and rolling. It's high of 41 now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're in 7 bars into the squeeze that's firing long. We might have about 3 more to go on the 2-minute chart. If we take a look at the longer chart, yep, we're still squeezing there. 15-minute. 15-minute is 1 bar into the squeeze that's firing long. So if we have if we continue to squeeze and the squeeze fires long on the 15-minute chart, that's a good sign because that means this has still some room to go. So we'll see if we can get a couple more light blue bars here. But I still like AMC going into the bell. 5-minute chart still looks good. EMAs are stacked correctly. 30 minutes still looking good. Now if we look at the 4-hour squeeze, 4-hour squeeze just fired long. And you can see this is a very bullish pattern. You can see the 8 EMA is just crossing over the 21. That's super bullish. So I might buy some more here. I'm going to buy some more AMC right here. Is it sounding okay?
Yeah, sounds great. I think all my friends are watching it right now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sup? No,
No, I have it on mute.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Right here. No, it's not.
not.
Oh.
Say hi. Say hi, Mom. Give him a shout out.
Hey guys.
Yeah, teach
Have them
him.
put something in the chat.
That's what I said. I told him to.
Ask me a question and I'll look
Yeah.
at a stock for you.
What's up, Mayfield? Ask my mom a question. Think she's got some. She knows a lot about the stock market.
Sorry, I don't follow Bitcoin, or sorry, crypto. The only thing that I trade is Coinbase, but everybody that I know just buys Ethereum every month, and they say they don't look at it. So long-term perspective, everybody that I know, professional traders, really like it. Short-term, I just think crypto's just been under pressure with Bitcoin so weak. So if this is a long-term play for you, just keep adding money to it every single month and don't look at it. By the time you're my age, you'll be one wealthy person. So if you're looking at my charts, I have, if the EMAs have a green shaded area, that means it's bullish. And you can see when it turns red, like if you look at AMC on that 4-hour chart, back in beginning of July, it turned red, and it just is going to start turning green. So we've been in a down pattern with AMC for a long time, and today and yesterday, I think maybe we have finally turned the corner again. So now you can see the 4-hour is one of my favorite charts that I like to look at, and you'll notice that the 8 is just starting to cross over the 21. And I mean, that's super bullish, but it is coming. If it gets up to 44, 44.22-ish, 44.58, that's the third ATR, and it might pull back from there. That's some resistance, but I don't know. It's one bar into a squeeze that's fired long, and if this keeps squeezing, it should be good. AMC continues to look good. Finally, if we put in 2 days of green, that's a good sign. Pulled off a little bit from the highs 42.32, but that's expected. Being up $7, I'm not worried. Like I said, on the 4-hour, the 4-hour chart just looks great. So really like it here. We'll see what happens into the bell if you get some more people covering or if you get some new buyers in. On the long side, I don't know how many people are covering their shorts right now because I feel like a lot of people shorted the stock up in the 50s and 60s. So and they're not forced to cover yet. But we'll see what happens. But I really like this action on the 4-hour chart. The indicator, yes, that's my own indicator. What platform are you using, Noah? So you can see GME and AMC trade exactly the same. These charts are eerily similar. Now I have some support and resistance lines on my chart for GME, but they're not available for AMC yet. But it's coming up. The green is called the tree line. And at 196, that might be the first sign of resistance for GME. If you can see, that's kind of coincides with the third ATR, which is it's the average true range. So, we'll probably get some resistance up there at the 196 level. But again, a 4-hour chart looks great. It might be able to bust right through there. The green lines are pretty, I don't know, they're pretty sticky, but the red lines are like magnets. So you can see GME went right to the fire line there and bounced off. So we might go to the green and get a little pullback again. But if it goes above this green, the next tree line is 218. So we'll watch for that. But it's amazing how AMC and GME just trade exactly the same. And you can see both of these 4-hour charts have one bar into the squeeze, firing long. And their 8 is both, on both of the charts, the 8 is crossing over the 21. We can look at some volume leaders today. The number one leading most active stock is Neuro. Let's see what that looks like. NURO. So if you're scalping this one, it looks like I have a sell signal on the 2-minute chart. If you're just day trading, again, you see the EMAs are not stacked correctly, so that's bearish. We have a down arrow, and that black arrow just coincides with the dots at the bottom of my screen. So the down arrow in black just means that it came off a low compression squeeze, and now the green means it's firing short. So don't go long Neuro into the end of the day. AutoZone, I think earnings might have been out today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so AutoZone, if you look, it's AZN. If you look at the bottom of my chart here, where these dots are, those orange dots are very rare, especially on a 15-minute chart. That means a high compression squeeze. And if you get a high compression squeeze, they're very rare. that's very positive if it fires long. So this has been in a squeeze for a long time. You can see all the orange dots. And the EMAs are stacked correctly above. You can see that with the green shaded areas, it's trading right. Let's see. It's trading right along the 21, and most stocks revert back to the 21 EMA. So this could be super bullish for this stock. Let's see what the 4-hour looks like. So not quite ready on the 4-hour. I'd like to see the 8 go back over the 21 and get that green shading to be a little bit more, get some conviction that we have turned the corner. But if you look at it on the 195, which is a 195-minute chart, which I really like, it's getting close. So I might look at this one tomorrow and see if it's a good day trade. But going into the end of the day, looks like it's going to sell off going into the end of the day. If you look at the bottom of my chart, the squeeze is fired short. So the red lines are short and the green dots means it fired short. So, and the EMAs are not good. So end of the day, AutoZone, I wouldn't touch this, but tomorrow's another day. Maybe we'll get some follow through. I feel like earnings were something, maybe not. I feel like earnings were out. Nope. Earnings come out on the 29th, so. Oh, sorry, that's not AutoZone. Oh my gosh. That's AstraZeneca. I apologize. And the healthcare stocks obviously are a little bit more volatile, but healthcare has been sneaky. That sector has been outperforming the whole year, so not a bad place to be, but I just would like a better setup in the chart, on the charts. So AMC on the 1-minute chart has a white up arrow, indicating that for a scalp is a good buy right there. My candles are turning green. It's a nice bullish engulfing candle right there for the 1 minute. So I bet you we get a pop into the bell on this. Shocking. GME and AMC gave a buy signal both at the same time. I don't know if I would hold AMC overnight for a swing trade. I mean, it looks like it wants to go, continue to get the momentum, but this stock trades so much in the overnight hours that if you're going to buy something, I would just buy the stock and not options, because then you can, if it pops in the overnight trading, you can actually sell it. But if you have the options, you won't be able to sell till the morning, and sometimes it does all the popping in the after hours and then it sells off on the actual regular hours. So, but yeah, AMC is super strong. Until I see a white arrow, I'm not going to sell it. See what Neo's doing. Neo's looking good into the bell. Let's look at my favorite chart, 4 hour. Again, wow. Neo's looking very, very bullish. It's right at the 21 EMA. The squeeze, it's in a daily squeeze, or a 4 hour squeeze. And it looks like the squeeze is going to fire long. And we have a black up arrow. So we do have a tree line at 45.56. That might be the first resistance. And then the fire line of 53 looks like where it wants to go eventually. So very bullish on Neo. Into the end of the bell. Yeah, it looks great. Looks like it's going to continue to go up into the bell. Looks like we just hit a daily high too, so that's good. And that's good because I am long Neo. So the chart I like to look at the end of the day to see if I want to hold for a swing trade overnight is my 15-minute. And Neo has a nice squeeze that's fired long, and it's into the squeeze for 3 bars. And like I said earlier, the squeezes usually go between 6 and 10 bars. So Neo, I'm definitely going to hold overnight. Let's see what AMC looks like on the 15-minute. Yep, AMC the same thing. I love the 15-minute squeeze going into the bell. Hopefully that'll continue to go through tomorrow morning. Again, we have 3 bars into, you know, what should, if you look at the last time it did it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bars. So we have a ways to go to continue the squeeze on AMC. So I will hold AMC and Neo overnight for a swing trade. And hopefully these shorties will get squeezed on AMC. I know it's only a 16% short interest, but that's still pretty much. Anytime you have double digits and there's so much FOMO, I think people are waiting for the stock to just get going again, and then we'll get some FOMO that should take it up back into the 50s. AMC continues to go. Only in 2 bars of a squeeze that's fired long in the 1 minute. Ooh, AMC. Look at it go. I bet you it gets to 45 today. Wow. There goes AMC. 44.30. See, AMC, yes, the volume is good. Now, the daily chart, like I said, the EMAs are not stacked correctly. You can see that by the shaded red area. But that yellow bar firing right now is indicating that the selling is over, and now it's starting to move back up. So the selling pressure is starting to dissipate a little bit, but it's going in the right direction. And the 15 minute looks great. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. And the 4 hour looks great. So I don't know, this is some good mojo behind it, but it is also up $8. So I might just throw something up there at 45 just to see if I might throw a couple hundred shares out there at 45 just to see if I sell them, because this thing can easily be down $10 tomorrow, or it could be up 20. I don't know. It's crazy. So, but I always like to take a little profit when a stock goes up. Let's see how many percent. I mean, it's up 26% today. So I'm going to keep some and I'm going to sell some. Yeah, AMC, for so long, we haven't had anything above 100 million shares on the volume. So today it's at 157 million, which is good. So that's a good sign. People are coming back into it, starting to get interest again. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to throw an offering out there at 45 and see if they take me today. AMC went right up to that third ATR. And yeah, I don't know if it'll have legs to go. Keep going. We'll see. But the 1 minute still has that. It hasn't shown us a down arrow yet, unless it's hiding behind that high of the day, but I don't see it. Looks like Neo had one, a down arrow, but now it's right back with the up arrow, so. So AMC, you're starting to see the first red candle. Still haven't gotten that down arrow. I don't think it's hiding behind that high of the day tag bubble, so we'll see. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8. So the squeeze fired for 8 bars. That's pretty typical. So now it's just saying that some of the buying is being exhausted, but it's still in a squeeze higher, indicated by the dark blue line. So that might be it for the day. We'll see, unless we get one more push. Oh, so we did get the down arrow under the high of the day for 44.39. So unless we get another up arrow at the 21 EMA or before, it might sell off. Okay, now we got to see if this will bounce off this 21 EMA right here. And it looks like it is, so we might get another up arrow. And then that means it'll hopefully make new highs into the bell, but we only have 2 minutes left, so I don't know. See, if you look at Coinbase on the hourly chart, very bullish. Anyway, Coinbase, the hourly chart looks really, really good. The 8 just went over the 21. The shaded area is green. The squeeze fired long. And we're only into one bar of the squeeze, so I think there's room to run in Coinbase. Plus, it's trading at its lows, so that's a wrap. Now we'll probably see AMC run up to 50 in the aftermarket. Loves to trade higher in the aftermarket. We'll see. All right, Noah, you were my first participant in my first day of streaming live. So, thank you. Thanks for the questions. Sounds good. Are you long any stocks right now? All right, day 1 of streaming over. I'm going to be logging off now, so hopefully I will have some more viewers tomorrow. We can get some good discussions going and trade some stocks. See you later.